Check, check. Hello. Check, 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 check. Hello. Check, 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 check. Hello. Check,
Let technology be the guide and the human govern. Justice Suryakant. Good evening, one and all. I am Purvi, Student Secretary of C-Dext 2026, and it is my privilege as the anchor of this valedictory ceremony. On behalf of Keli Law College, Bengaluru, I extend a cordial welcome to all the distinguished dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, and participants present here today. To mark this graceful conclusion with a moment of serenity and gratitude, I now invite Mr. Tirthankara, first year BBA LLB, to present the invocation song.
ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿಕೋಯನ್ನ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿಕೋಯನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸಾಸಿರ ನಾಮದ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿಕೋಯನ್ನ ದುರ್ಬುದ್ಧಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿಸೋ ನಿನ್ನ ಕರುಣ ಕವಚವೆನ್ನ ಹರಣಕ್ಕೆ ತೋಡಿಸೋ ಚರಣ ಸೇವೆಯನಗೆ ಕೊಡಿಸೋ ಚರಣ ಸೇವೆಯನಗೆ ಕೊಡಿಸೋ ಅಭಯ ಕರ ಪುಷ್ಪವನು ಎನ್ನ ಶಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಡಿಸೋ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿಕೋ ಎನ್ನ ದೃಢ ಭಕ್ತಿ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡಿ ನಾ ಅಡಿಗೆರಗುವೆನಯ್ಯ ಅನುದಿನ ಪಾಡಿ ಕಡೆಗಣ್ಣಲೆ ಕೆನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಕಡೆಗಣ್ಣಲೆ ಕೆನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಬಿಡುವೆ ಕೊಡು ನಿನ್ನ ಧ್ಯಾನವ ಮನಸುಚಿ ಮಾಡಿ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿಕೋ ಎನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸಾಸಿರ ನಾಮದ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ ದಾಸನ 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 ಮಾಡಿಕೋ ಎನ್ನ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you, Tirthankara. It was a divine rendition. I request Ms. Khushi Dhiman, Assistant Professor of Law, to deliver the welcome address and introduce our dignitaries. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. It is my privilege and honor to extend a warm welcome to everyone gathered here today for the valedictory program of this conference organized by KLE Law College, Bengaluru. As we come close to the close of this conference, we are reminded that in an era defined by rapid digital transformation and exponential technological growth, the law must continuously evolve to keep pace with innovation. As aptly said, technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. And it is through informed dialogue and responsible regulation that we ensure it remains a tool for progress and justice. Over the course of this conference, we have engaged in insightful deliberations on digital, emerging, and exponential technologies, exploring their far-reaching impact on legal systems, governance, and society at large. This platform has truly brought together academic insight, professional expertise, and practical perspectives, making it a meaningful and enriching experience for all. I take immense pleasure in welcoming our esteemed dignitaries to this valedictory program. I extend a very warm welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Aishwarya Sharma, Business System Manager at Aryana, Bengaluru. I welcome you, sir. I now request Mr. Tanmay J. Patil to kindly present a sapling to Mr. Aishwarya Sharma as a token of our respect and appreciation. We welcome you again, sir. I further extend my respectful welcome to our esteemed principal, Professor Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaiya, whose visionary leadership and constant guidance continue top inspire all of us at KLE Law College. We are deeply grateful for your continued support and encouragement, sir. I would now request Dr. Manoj Kumar Vehirimat, IQAC Coordinator, Assistant Professor of Law, to kindly present a sapling to Principal, sir, as a token of our respect and appreciation. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all our guests, participants, and attendees. Thank you for being a part of this conference and for contributing to its success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Mr. Tanmay J. Patil, Assistant Professor of Law, to present the conference report. Sir, please.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed guests, faculty members, participants, and dear students, a very good afternoon to all. It is my privilege to present the conference report of C-Dext 2026, Conference on Digital, Emerging, and Exponential Technologies, conducted on 10th and 11th April 2026 by KLE Law College, Bengaluru. The conference was inaugurated on 10th April 2026 in the august presence of our chief guest, Professor Dr. C.S. Patil, Director, Karnataka Institute for Law and Parliamentary Reforms, and former Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Law University, Hubballi. We were also honored by the presence of our distinguished guests of honor, Professor Dr. Harpreet Kaur, Vice Chancellor, National Law University, Jodhpur, and Mr. Karthik Kannappan Saravanan, Global General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer, Indigene, Bengaluru, along with our respected Principal, Sir Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaiya. In his inaugural address, Professor Patil set the tone for the conference on highlighting the growing concerns surrounding datafication and its impact on individual autonomy. He emphasized the urgent need for robust policy mechanisms to regulate technological intrusion into human lives. Professor Harpreet Kaur elaborated on the role of artificial intelligence in public governance and judicial systems, raising important questions on how emerging technologies are perceived differently across jurisdictions, particularly between global north and global south. Mr. Karthik Kannappan provided valuable industry insights by discussing the application of AI in clinical trials and emphasized the need to revisit existing regulatory framework in light of technological advancements. Following the inaugural session, plenary session 1 was conducted under the theme Regulating Intelligent Care, Governance of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning in Healthcare and Medicine. So the session was chaired by Professor Dr. S.V. Joga Rao, with Mr. Nandakumar Krishnachar and Mr. Karthik Kannappan as speakers. This session highlighted the rapid growth of AI in healthcare and the challenges posed by inadequate legal standards, particularly in addressing AI-related negligence. The second plenary session focused on autonomous mobility and algorithmic control. It was chaired by Mr. Nitish KN and Mr. Devesh Pandey and Mr. Chandrasekhara Nagaraju as speakers. The session emphasized that AI integration in mobility represents not just the technological advancement, but a broader legal and societal transformation, raising concerns of privacy and data protection. The first day concluded with technical sessions chaired by Ms. Divya Gautam and Mr. Aishwarya Sharma, during which 13 research papers were presented by scholars and researchers. The second day of the conference featured 2 plenary sessions under the broad theme of, first, algorithmic finance and digital trust, focusing on banking and financial systems, which was chaired by Mr. Digvijay Ponia with Mr. Prashant Shivdas and Mr. Vivek Narayan Hegde as speakers. The discussions highlighted the widespread adoption of AI in financial institutions and the urgent need for strengthening governance frameworks. The second session, focusing on enforcement and judicial processes, was chaired by Mr. Aishwarya Sharma with Mr. Nandakumar CK and Mr. Rishabh Desai as speakers. The session underscored the probabilistic nature of generative AI and stressed the importance of accountability, auditability, and human oversight in judicial applications. This was followed by final rounds of technical sessions conducted across multiple venues, where 27 research papers were presented by academicians and domain experts, contributing to vibrant and interdisciplinary discussions put together total 40 papers were presented in the conference. In total, the conference witnessed insightful deliberations across plenary and technical sessions, bringing together academia, industry, and policy perspectives to address the challenges posed by emerging technologies. With this, I conclude the conference report of C-Dext 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor to invite our chief guest, Mr. Ashwari Sharma, Business Systems Manager, Arena, Bangalore, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I thank the organizers for providing me with this opportunity to address the gathering. There's a lot I would like to say about the organizers, but I'll probably say it towards the end. I would like to talk a little bit more about the topic and the theme that this conference was around. So I'll tell you a bit about myself. I've studied law from LLB from Government Law College, Mumbai, and then LLM from Azim Premji University in Bangalore. And then after that, I've taught for 4.5 years at KLE Law College here in Bangalore. So from that, I pivoted to technology, and then I joined an AI startup. They were building a product to analyze patent and filed patents. There's something called as prior art search. If you go into that domain, you will know. After that, I worked with another startup that works on project management using AI. So by that, I got very good insight into how AI technologies are developed and how they are deployed. I got insight into how models are developed. I've seen the ML pipelines that actually go into creating these AI models that we interact with, and not just AI. The theme for the conference is much wider than that, emerging technologies. What I would like to focus on today, or I would say, my thoughts on our role as lawyers, academicians, practitioners in this space. So, from my experience, what I can tell definitively is that technology, whether it is emergent or whether it is an established technology like DNA profiling, it's quite established and foolproof these days. Even literally literally all of you touch a knife kept here, and that knife is used to commit a murder. A DNA profiling will catch all of your DNAs, and all of your, if they are profiled, your names will come up. So it's that sensitive these days. So that technology is quite foolproof. The only thing is identical twins can get away, but your DNA is unique and no other person shares that DNA. And the technology is so good at identifying it and that it makes no mistakes. So the technology is foolproof, but the problem is sometimes, and you've seen there are really interesting cases of people being convicted on the basis of DNA evidence where they had nothing to do with the crime scene, right? They were not even present at the crime scene, but a story was built. Their DNA evidence was indeed found on the crime scene, and they were convicted based on that DNA evidence. So what went wrong? Well, a lot of things can go wrong with even established technologies because the people who handle those technologies don't know how to handle it properly, right? So now you would ask, like, how can it happen? The DNA evidence case. So there are cases. Let me give you an example. It's like from a real case. One person is found dead, killed with some murder weapon. DNA evidence is found on the murder weapon, and in the DNA profile, the person's DNA was available in FBI's or whatever criminal law enforcement agency's database. Person is identified, picked up. Some questions are asked. Their story or alibi is not found very convincing, but DNA evidence is there, so they are convicted. But it turns out in this particular case that the DNA evidence was that actually came here was because of the paramedics. So the paramedics who were attending the emergency call after a person was found murdered had used the same pulse oximeter. You know, pulse oximeter, that we use a device to put on a finger and then we see the level of oxygen. So the same pulse oximeter was used on some other person a couple of hours ago, and the same paramedics went to the crime scene, used the same pulse oximeter, and because of that the DNA evidence was transferred from one person to the other person, right? Even a single cell in your body has your complete DNA. So I probably left tons of DNA evidence right now. You have done so. So it's so easy, and the technology is so sensitive these days that it can trace even if there's one cell worth of DNA evidence available. So see, the point that I'm trying to make is this technology is pretty foolproof. The emerging technologies that we're talking about, AI, specifically generative AI and other applications, they are not so foolproof. They are error prone. And to be able to make a case like this, that this is the technology, this is its capability, this is how it went wrong, you need to be able to know it. You should understand how the technology works and how it can go bad or wrong. So from my experience of having a law background and understanding these technologies, I don't think it's not possible for us as lawyers to understand these technologies at the level that we are able to make a really good case, either policy wise or in courts, when these technologies are involved. So let's say you are arguing a case where someone's insurance claim was autonomously denied by an AI. You should be able to convince the judge that if you are convinced, if you know the technology, how it works, that whether it has biases or it has some problems, you go into the court, you still can't just say that, the claim was wrongly denied. You come up against some big shot lawyer who tries to defend the company who has deployed this. You should be able to explain the technology, understand it first, explain it in the court, and make a really good case, not just from a legal standpoint, but also from a technical standpoint on what is actually wrong with this technology. So, this is one scenario. Other scenario is you're working in policy making, or you're assisting someone who is in policy making. So making policies also require you to understand these technologies well. And my what I would like for us to think more is, we are the ones who inform future policy and future direction in which law and policy grows, right? Students, academicians, practitioners. We should not think that the understanding of these technologies is out of our reach, or that it's above us, or it's we are not capable of understanding. That is a mental block that we put on us, and that is something to be avoided. In fact, uh, policymakers realize this. If you see the education policy that has come out, talks a lot about cross domain expertise and interdisciplinary studies, and these kind of events and these kind of programs really help us get into that era of cross domain expertise. So this is the time for especially the young ones to, because unwiring can still be done, right? Your wiring has not been hardened yet, though I can say I would like to argue that unwiring can be done at any age, but practically I haven't seen that to be the case. Maybe when I'm old, I'll also become a rambling person, but well, it's a matter for another time. The point is, don't shy away from getting into the details of these other domains just because you're a law student, right? Nobody has actually asked you to think in those silos. In fact, the world is not going to be like that. So developing cross domain expertise for all of us is very important if we want to preserve what we have today, a state based on the rule of law. And that is why I gave my example as well, because I had my own doubts when I began in the field of technology and software, and whether I'd be able to understand ML and uh, data science and artificial intelligence. When I sat with engineers, I was able to understand everything, not at the level that I can write the code and I can create an AI model myself. You don't need to go there, but you understand a lot of physical phenomena also, right? You understand gravity and you just don't take it for granted. Just like that, some level of deeper understanding of these technologies that we work with is a minimum expectation from today's practitioners. You should definitely explore that. That will give you an edge competitively if you think of it that way. And on a broader level, uh, on law and policy level, that is the need of the hour. That's how we ask for better and more transparent technologies and their adoption, rather than fear mongering and saying, oh, I don't understand the technology, so let's not use it. Well, that's not the way anyway, right? Even if you want to, that cannot happen. So it's great that you've taken an initiative, or whether you were made to take an initiative. It's great. I mean, I am a firm believer that uh, developing cross domain expertise is like should be the top most thing in your list of priorities. And it's great that you're getting an opportunity like this to listen to people from different fields, different areas of work, having different experience. And That's where I would like to thank the organizers for picking this theme, Tanmay Patil sir, Naveen sir, for conceptualizing this whole theme. Right? Tanmay sir himself is an expert in so many of these areas that are listed in this conference. In fact, he can very well be a chair for each one of the plenary sessions. So you have expertise available in the college. Mallikarjunaya sir, if I have to say, I can tell you, or I can bet money on the fact that if you count administrators of educational institutions in this country who understand Gen AI to a certain extent, to a level that is expected, you can count them on your fingers, and JMM sir would be one of them. So you are, and I don't say this as someone who has been associated or affiliated with this institution. I say this genuinely. In fact, you go into his office and you try to talk to him about Gen AI, and I can bet you that he will know either as much as you or probably more than you. So you have at your disposal a lot of experience and expertise in this college. And well, we're living in a digital world. So everywhere, literally, reach out to people. Don't feel hesitance in reaching out. LinkedIn is there, and these kind of conferences. So, well, congratulations to the organizers again, and thank you for the opportunity again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and thought provoking address. I request Professor Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaya, Dean Faculty of Law, Kelly Technological University, Principal, Kelly Law College, to deliver the presidential remarks. Thank you, sir. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. Beloved friend, honorable guest of today's program, Mr. Ashwari Sharma, my dear colleagues, delegates, and student friends. At the outset, let me congratulate wholeheartedly the C-Dext team for visualizing this theme, first of all, and for so successfully deploying this program for these 2 days. It's a very genuine and meaningful attempt that you have brought in. Congratulations to you all. However meaningful is the attempt, However valuable is the attempt. However meticulously it is deployed. If the recipients do not receive it, we do fail. I should formally say, out of the feedback that I have received so far, that in all the technical sessions, you as delegates have participated and have been benefited, have interacted with the speakers, and you got inspired is the feedback that I have. I'm very happy for all of you having the learning experience. Congratulations to you as well. Well, you see, when we speak of invention, innovation, research, etc., I'm sure you agree with me. There is no invention which has come without the flip side of it. And the invention is not modern, is not today's. Invention is as old as the civilization itself. In support of that statement, I would say, imagine the invention of fire during the Stone Age. Was that not invention? Was that not useful? Doesn't it have the potential to spoil the world? It has. And the humanity mastered the brighter side of that invention. And that has been the case with every invention that we have seen so far. I know you will understand now as to where I am going to go. There is a huge discussion about how much disturbance AI is going to cause, how many jobs it is going to take away, how much disruptive this technology is going to be. So the lesson that I would like to preach from this podium now is this, that all that is a fake news. And what stands out there is an opportunity. An opportunity which people of my generation can understand and grab. Why not your generation? Why not you? Please think about it. You know, it was very well observed by Ms. Ashwari that in his view, unwiring can happen at any point of time. He is the firm believer of that. And there is nothing called rocket science. I'm very happy. For one thing, I'm happy, and I would like to reiterate what Ashwari mentioned just a while ago, because all of you agree with me. He's the one who walks the talk. We have seen him personally doing that and experiencing it. So long you have the focus, so long you have the wish, anything can be understood. So is the case with this technology, which unfortunately has been branded, wrongly understood as the rocket science. It is not so, is what I too believe in. But in order to take this forward, you need a teacher like Ashwari Sharma. I have no hesitation in agreeing with you that what is spoke about me is right. That I can claim. I do understand GenAI, how it works, as much as you understand, at least. For that, my teacher is responsible. For all of us, Ashwari Sharma, who made this job so easy. Inspiration lasts than the teaching. The inspiration that we got when Ashwari Sharma could come before us and tell us how this technology works, and that brought dimensions to us. Understand this technology. That is the importance of understanding this technology, not just the law. So let's look forward for the opportunities that you have. I was telling you a while ago, like any other technology, this technology has the flip side of it. This technology has the brighter side of it. And it has been a habit for the humanity that we will address the flip side of it and we will encash on the brighter side of it. It's time for us, whether you like it or dislike it, that is the one that is there before you. It's not only that I am trying to drive this point, defend the technology and say all is good with it. It's not only my attempt. If you look at India's AI vision, India's AI mission, India has already, like any other country has already grabbed the opportunity. The mission says AI for all, for inclusive development, with a focus on safety, security, and trusted AI. And that trusted AI would take you to, should AI be regulated or governed? Look at the expressions that have come when these themes were crafted so well. As lawyers, you must distinguish between words. While for a layman, some words are synonymous, for lawyers, they are not. The word governance is deliberately used as against regulation. It's not to regulate or to control for the variety of reasons that some of the reasons like nation wants to encourage AI, not to cripple it down. Nation wants to understand the ever-growing changes in this. Take little time before you come up with what may be called as AI Act, isn't it? So the whole governance model is in place with the idea of making best use of AI for country's growth, for inclusive development, keeping the constitutional aspirations in mind, and then to ensure the safe and trusted AI. So that being the case, there are a lot of flip sides rather as well. Let me give this caution as well before I end my talk. While I'm appealing to all of you that you should understand the importance of it and the inevitable necessity of coping with this development for your, I wouldn't say for your growth, for your survival itself. You have got to be doing that. And in the course of so doing, let me share this last thought with you. Every time I start my research methodology class, I start with an idea called how to think. Do we think? When are we not thinking? In doing every tiny day-to-day activity, we think. Human mind works in thinking patterns. Lot of times we are governed by the habits, sometimes we think. While thinking is so common, what is the kind of thinking process a researcher should go through is what I would be talking about to the research scholars with reference to a scholar's contribution on this point by John Dewey Kelly, what is called as reflective thinking. Let me not bore you with what reflective thinking is all about. That was not my idea. My idea was centuries ago. It's not enough you think as an educator, as a learner, as a researcher. What should be your thinking pattern is being spoken about. The relevance of bringing this point home now is this, that it's doubtful whether the thinking would ever remain relevant. We are all going to be passionless, without thinking machines if we do not know to validate the AI result. Thus, while I give a call on this occasion to understand this technology because we have to cope with it, we have to live with it. Another appeal that I would like to make is that, as I often repeat, our generation has an edge over you in one sense. That is, there is ocean of knowledge. We have witnessed the tip of it. As a result, we are today capable of, if not judging the GenAI output, but to doubt the utility of GenAI output. Thereby, we would be questioning, testing, validating and revalidating with the sources. If you become slave to this technology, bear with me for using that word, you will be left with no option but to remain as the slave. You will never master it. So the final thought and the call on this occasion is use the technology extensively. Since I said one way of addressing it, be mindful of this, that equip yourself to doubt Gen AI output and to flag where it is erring and develop the equipment and habit of validating and revalidating the technology. And I think with these appeals and thoughts on this occasion, once again, congratulate you all for very meaningful learning. And let me congratulate those paper presenters. I can understand in the course of preparing for the paper, in the course of presenting it, in the course of defending your papers, so much would have been your learning, and judges must have chosen few of you as the prize winners of this presentation. Congratulations those winners, and congratulations to all the paper presenters. Thank you. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, sir, for the food for thought you provided us and your profound guiding words of wisdom. As we approach the culmination of today's valedictory, it is now time to proceed with the award ceremony, honoring those who have excelled. I would now request Ms. Sahana Karkal, Assistant Professor of Law, to kindly proceed with the award ceremony. Ma'am, please.
Good evening, everyone. We now move on to one of the most anticipated segments of the conference, the Best Paper Awards. These awards recognize outstanding research contributions, originality of thought, and academic excellence demonstrated by our participants. After careful evaluation by our esteemed panel of judges, we are delighted to announce the winners. The third Best Paper Award goes to Fiza Mehraj from Vidyashilp University, Bengaluru. Congratulations. May I request you to kindly come forward to receive your award? I request the dignitaries on the dais to present the awards. Sir, please. The second Best Paper Award goes to Bensi Gerald BR from Tamil Nadu, Dr. Ambedkar Law University. And now, the first Best Paper Award goes to Wang Mai from JSS Law College. Many congratulations. Wang Mai has joined online. She is an online participant, so the award will be delivered to her. So let us give a big round of applause to all our winners for their remarkable achievements. We also extend our appreciation to all the participants for their valuable contributions and to our judges for their time and expertise. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Ms. Megha Kedia, Assistant Professor of Law, to deliver the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
A very good evening to everyone present. It is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion as we conclude this very enriching conference on digital emerging and exponential technologies organized by KLE Law College, Bengaluru. At the outset, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest of the valedictory session, Mr. Aishwari Sharma. We are truly honored by your gracious presence, insightful reflections, and encouraging words. Your valuable contributions have not only added immense depth to this conference's deliberations, but also inspired all of us to engage more meaningfully with the rapidly evolving intersections of law and technology. Thank you, sir. I now request Principal Sir Professor Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaiya to kindly present a memento to Mr. Aishwari Sharma as a token of our respect and gratitude. I would also like to express our heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished speakers, session chairs, and panelists across all sessions. Your expertise, thoughtful analysis, and engaging discussions have made this conference intellectually stimulating and academically enriching. My sincere thanks are also due to Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, and Dr. Manoj Kumar Hiramat, IQAC Coordinator, for supporting this conference and making this conference possible. Their commitment to fostering academic dialogue and innovation is truly commendable. I extend my gratitude to all the participants, delegates, and students who actively engaged in discussions and helped us make this conference a success. A special word of thanks to the organizing committee, the committee chair, Mr. Tanmay J. Patil, sir, Mr. Naveen Talwar, Ms. Sahana Karkal, Ms. Khushi Dhiman. I would also like to extend my sincerest thanks to the tireless efforts of the student members, Raksha, Janvi, Purvi, Hari Krishna, Bhargavi, Shreyas, and Rohan, and all the student volunteers whose tireless efforts behind the scenes ensured the smooth conduct of every session. Finally, I thank everyone present today for being a part of this meaningful academic endeavor. With this, I conclude the vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. But I would like to add on, Ms. Megha Kedia was also a part of organizing committee, and we thank you. As we conclude, let us carry forward the memories and the lessons from today. Thank you all for your gracious presence. I request all the dignitaries and participants to kindly proceed for the high tea. This is Purvi signing off.